Hello crafty friends, Gloria Parra here. Today I'm super excited to be creating another layout with the brand new documented collection by Bella Boulevard. I just love the bold colors and how versatile this line is. So this is perfect for so many different themes, from everyday stories to those little snapshots of the good times. So if you missed it, I actually shared a full flip through of this collection and the other new release on my channel. So I'll make sure to link those videos down below if you wish to watch them and see this collection in all its beauty. And for today's layout, this bold stripe pattern paper immediately caught my eye. Because let's be honest, friends, no one does stripes quite as Bella. And I was also challenged by the design team to play with the puffy stickers and the epoxy stickers for this layout. So I'm gonna put these goodies to use, and this camera's totally grabbed my eye. And it actually sparked the entire idea for this layout. So I decided to bring in this snapshot word. This is from the cutouts pack. So this already comes cut for you. It's just like if you would cut it in your Silhouette machine or your Cricut, but it is done for you and the quality is amazing. It's very thick. So if you haven't checked that, I really suggest you do. So I'm documenting something that's really special for me, and it is my love for photography, my love for capturing our everyday. So I may not be a professional photographer by any means. I've never taken a full class, but I think through time you get better at capturing your life through the lens. So I want to document that, and I have these photos. I have me with my Instax camera, me with my journals. I love just writing my feelings and what we were doing. I also have some photos of me with my big camera that I really haven't played with it in a while, but I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring those photos and tell the story of me being behind the camera almost every time, and just telling the story of our happy life. So let's get into this layout. So we're going to start with a white piece of cardstock for a background, and I'm going to cut my strip of bold lines in this vertical orientation, and this measures 5.5 inches tall, and it's going to go up here, and I cut this at a 1/2 inch tall by 12, and that's gonna go down there. So I just adhere this, and I have one that's all done and adhered, as you can see. And actually I've drawn some lines there because of course I need to stitch it, friends. If you don't want to do this, you can totally skip this step and just have it as is. It's gonna look great as well. But I just love adding texture, so I've added my lines with a ruler, and I'm going to go ahead and perforate my holes to start stitching. So for this step, you will need three things: a piercing mat or a mouse pad that you can perforate in. I use this OmniGrid ruler that gives me, the lines to keep everything straight, so I can perforate and follow that guide. But you can use any ruler and just calculate approximately 1/8 of an inch and your piercing tool. Okay, I will try to link everything down below so you can find those products if you wish to give this technique a try. So I'm gonna start with the pink line and get a little closer. And you will line your ruler. Okay, this is very useful, this ruler. I just love it and use it all the time. And I start perforating and following that pencil line. Okay, this can take a little time, but I think it's so worth it at the end because it gives you so much texture and that fun, unexpected, you know, like homemade feel. So I will perforate all the lines and come back so we can start stitching. All right, friends, my lines are all stitched and it looks so colorful, so full of texture and really, really fun. So I used all 6 strands of the thread and I just love how it's looking. And I also add the stitch down here. It's like a very short amount of stitches, but I think it just adds a very fun touch. So my idea is to bring now my snapshot word here and my photos. I think I'm gonna use those 2. And the idea, friends, is to have like each color up here down on my letters. So I would go with a lighter pink, moving on to the bright pink, red, orange, like that. So for that, I just went through my papers and I got the tones that matched with those colors. For the colors that I didn't have the big papers, I went through my Bella Besties 6x6 paper pad and took the colors that would match. So the orange and this dark teal. And I'm gonna back my word with those papers and move on to finish this layout. So in this pack, friends, you get the word, the die cut word, and you also get this pamphlet and instruction sheet that you will have to cut, fussy cut these letters, and then you can trace that onto your pattern paper. That way you would get the backing that will fit perfectly on that die cut. You can also, I have been doing this for years, and the way that I do it is I just adhere my word there with some double-sided adhesive. I place a little bit of adhesive, trace with a pencil, and then fussy cut directly. But this way you get it perfectly, so let's start doing that. All right, friends, I have my word all backed up with my patterns following those colors from the bold lines here. And I have to tell you, this is the first time that I did it how it's supposed to be done, cutting each letter out, tracing it on the paper, and backing it. And this is so much easier than the technique that I used to do it, like just putting it, adhering it to the piece of paper and trying to cut all these pieces with a craft knife. You know, this is so much easier. So if you haven't tried using this cutouts, I really recommend you do, and that you follow the instructions inside. So you get these instructions and it tells you exactly how to use it, and it is so much easier. So I'm gonna have my snapshot word down here. I'm gonna bring my 2 photos in. I already backed them with the yellow pattern paper and this dark teal. I'm gonna have one here. So I'm trying to put them where they belong in the color families. So I have the blue one right there with the blues and this orange on top of the orange. And that's how I'm gonna adhere it. And now I want to create my clusters, and for my cluster, friends, I love this like Stanley cup, or I don't know what brand. There are tons of brands out there now, but it reminds me of myself. You will always find me with this kind of cups, you know, like sipping water. I really love drinking water, so yeah, it represents me and I love adding it. I also want to include this notes like ring binder on my photos. As you can see, I have a couple like of planners where I love journaling, and they're actually journals and planners. So I just love documenting things and writing my memories. So that's another thing that I love adding in this layout. And I'm gonna bring a big floral piece here. So I'm trying to give it a little dimension, and I'm gonna tuck it right behind my first letters. Okay, so I love that I have lots of that pink and red where these letters are, and then I will move to my second cluster. Now let's move on to the second cluster. I will be adding here a floral on the top right corner of my photo, and I will bring in some foam adhesive just to have this on the same layer or height as my photo, because I added a 1mm thick foam. These nails make it hard. Okay, there we go. And I want to bring in this little clip here that I want to layer on top. So yes, I'm playing with some different foam thickness. So I usually have 1, 2, and 3mm thick foam on hand, and I love playing with those different dimensions to create layers and just all those like different levels on my layouts. Okay, and I will link those below if you want to get those foam adhesives as well. So there we have the second layer. Oh, I also added a little like bulldog clips, I believe they're called, or paper clip here. I'm trying to just color coordinate the letter with my embellishment. So here I have some, you know, like pinks, reds, a little blue, but I'm trying to have that so it is cohesive. Now for my journaling friends, I'm gonna bring in this little clipboard here, and I think I want to add it. I will have to cut a bit. I would love to keep a little of the yellow and the pink banner, and I will add my text on my computer. I just scan the label, I add my journaling, and I will adhere it there. And I love how that creates that visual triangle. And then we will have fun just putting all these beautiful puffy stickers on this layout. So I added my journaling onto my little tag here. I finally decided to cut all the top part that had the flowers and the clip, you know, all this top part, and that will hold my journaling. I was also thinking of bringing in this black scallop border from the sticker sheet. You may be wondering where I'm gonna put this piece, but I have everything adhered now, so I can't lift the photos, but I would love to tuck this under here and just have that little piece of that black bold scallop, you know, that breaks all the colors a little, and black always, you know, like brings a little calm to all this color. So I think I'm gonna tuck this under here and another little piece under there, and then we will go crazy with all the puffy stickers. Okay, Now, friends, I'm gonna bring in this sticker sheet, this puffy sticker sheet, and the idea is to have snapshots as my title, snapshots of today, with this little word here. Let me cut it just to see if it will fit and where I want to place it. So the off letters are from the sticker sheet, and I just want to bring that black down here as well. That way it ties up nicely with the black border that I've added, and it will say something like snapshots of today for my title. Maybe we could put it like this. It's sometimes fun to play with, you know, with the words placement. So snapshots of today. So now I want to add in the middle of my O here a camera, one of these like teal or blue, light blue. I like how this one pops. So I'm gonna place that one in the middle. I will bring in some of the fun flowers here, just right where the colors of the word is. So I can bring a red one or a pink one. Yeah, the pink one down here. And just move things around until you find the placement that you like. Okay, friends, we're about to be finished. I've added a couple of flowers here, the puffy sticker flowers. So I've popped them up a little with some foam adhesive to really highlight them. And I love how fun that looks. I will bring in this Bella Pop as well because I'm missing like a pink one up here, but I want it to be very small. So I think I'm gonna use this little flower here. And I just love, love, love how this is looking. So I hope you like it, friends. I hope you give this idea a try. It's full of texture, full of fun colors. Go check this collection out. It's so versatile. It's so fun. And I hope you document some of those selfies or fun stories about yourself. This is a great opportunity to do that. And check this collection out. I will leave the links down below. Please, if you haven't subscribed, go and do now because it's a way to help my channel grow. And that way you don't miss a single video. So go like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or any doubts of this layout. Until the next time, friends, this was Gloria Parra for Bella Boulevard. Bye-bye.